All right, hello and welcome to ProSafe's open enrollment meeting for employee benefits beginning May 1st. My name is Bill Hammett. Happy to be and honored to be your insurance broker. We will be talking through all of our benefits. If you need help now or throughout the year, we are here to help. Your dedicated team of Anna and Araceli are here to help you through this process as well as me. Feel free to reach out to any of us if you need help choosing a plan, understanding benefits, or throughout the year losing an ID card, looking for doctors, claims issues, whatever it is, we're here to help. Quick agenda timeline of open enrollment, our medical, dental, vision plans. We'll talk a little bit of how we enroll and where do we go with questions. Again, if you've got questions, if you need help, we're here for you. So open enrollment begins today, March 17th, goes through March 25th. This is the time where everybody can enroll. You can waive, you can add dependents, remove dependents, upgrade, downgrade, anything you want to do. This is your time to do it. This is the big time where you can make changes. If you choose not to enroll now and you don't have other coverage, you're going to have to wait till this time next year to make these changes. So it's important you do that. Any changes you make will go into effect as of May 1st. And we're asking again that everybody do this no later than Wednesday, March 25th. You will make all of your elections in the Ease Benefit portal. So that's where we'll do all that, and we'll go through that shortly. We're with Anthem Blue Cross. We have 8 plans available. We've got basically 2 of everything, 2 bronze PPOs, 2 silver PPOs, 2 gold PPOs. And for the California employees only, we have 2 HMO plans available. These 2 PPO plans in each category are the exact same benefits. There's no difference to the copays, to the deductibles, or anything. The difference is in the network of providers you can see. And so we'll talk a little bit more about this in just a second. So the select PPO, this is going to be a little bit lower cost PPO plan, same exact benefits, and it's got about 40% of the physicians as the full network inside of California. For anybody listening to this presentation that is residing outside of California, the Select PPO network is the exact same PPO network as the full. Outside of California, the PPO network reverts to the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association of America National PPO plan. So what this means for you, if you're living anywhere other than California, select the Select PPO plan. All right. It's going to give you the exact same network of doctors as if you choose the full PPO plan, but you're going to save yourself 3, 4, 5% out of your paycheck. So very important for you to do that. If you are inside California and you want to save some money, you are more than welcome to choose the Select PPO plan, but it is a more limited network of providers, still very robust, still tons of providers, but smaller. Here's our plans side by side. We've got our 2, these are 2 bronze plans here, 2 silver plans, 2 gold. Remember, select and full PPO. Your bronze PPO plan is going to be great for those of you that just want a PPO plan in case something were to happen. But really, this is kind of just a catastrophic plan. All right. You have a $6,850 deductible, which basically means you got to spend 100% of the cost up to $6,850. And then they start paying for some benefits. You'll notice that in red here, this $60 and $80 for doctor visits is after that deductible. So if you have a bronze plan, you're paying 100% of the cost for doctor visits, diagnostic lab, x-ray, all that kind of stuff. There are some exceptions. Chiropractic is a deductible waived, and your generic level drugs are waiving the deductible. Our silver plan, this is one of the more popular plans with all of our employees. A little bit kind of the good value PPO plan. It's not really a super high deductible like the bronze. It's not quite as expensive as the gold plan. You have a $1,950 deductible, and you've got copays for doctor visits, $55 for primary doctor visits, $90 for specialist. Notice diagnostic lab and x-ray if you're doing this in a physician's office or at a freestanding facility. So to say it another way, if you're getting x-rays or blood work done outside of a hospital, they're going to waive the deductible for those benefits. If you are getting x-rays and labs done in a hospital facility, you will have to pay your deductible first, and then you will get the benefit. Rehabilitation and habilitative therapy. So this is physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, copay, deductible waived, chiro, deductible waived. All the way down here at the bottom, there's urgent care deductible waived. So as you can see, for those of you that just need doctor visits, blood work, maybe an urgent care visit and some generic drugs, this silver plan's a really good value for everybody. So with rates going up again, as they are wont to do, many of you might be looking into moving from the gold to the silver. Think about how you are using your benefits. If you are simply a doctor visit, generic drug, blood work, urgent care kind of person, this silver plan could work fantastic for you. On the flip side, if you are scheduling a surgery, having a baby, have regular MRIs, then the gold plan on our far right with a zero deductible could be the best thing for you. So let's talk a little bit about this terminology, about what all these benefits are and what they mean. So with the deductible, a deductible means the insurance company is going to ask you to pay 100% of this number before they start to pay anything. All right. Out-of-pocket maximum means after you've spent your deductible and spent anything that you've spent on a cumulative basis, once you hit that maximum out-of-pocket number, then you pay zero for the rest of the calendar year. So all the way through December 31st. So if you have an expensive year and you've hit that number and you are not spending any more out of your pocket, it is best for you to use as much of your healthcare as you can, because on January 1st, the deductibles all start all over again. All right. So wherever you see deductible waived, this means the deductible doesn't come into play. So for regular doctor visits, for specialists, diagnostic lab x-ray, urgent care, physical therapy, you do not have to meet that deductible. Down here for hospital services, emergency room, surgery, you'll see these percentages. Now, how does that work? So how it would work is the plan here, I have a $1,950 deductible. I pay 100%. I go to the hospital, it's $100,000. I pay 100% of the first 1950, and then I pay 35%. United Health or Anthem Blue Cross pays 65% until my deductible plus my 35% equals $10,150. Okay. Once you hit that number, you pay zero. The insurance company pays 100%. All of the dollars you're spending are rolling up towards this 10,150. So for instance, if I go see a regular doctor for $55, I only have $10,095 left to spend on the year. If I get a $15 generic drug, that goes towards that 10,150. So every dollar you're spending is accumulating towards that maximum out of pocket. And no matter what, your cumulative expense in the calendar year will never exceed 10,150. For those of you with a family, there's a second $1,950 deductible and a second $10,000 out of pocket. The term embedded means that no one person in the family unit would pay any more than their individual deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. So we'll go back to that $100,000 claim. So if it's me, my wife, and 3 children on this silver PPO, and I have the $100,000 hospital stay, I will have met my deductible in full at $1,950. I will have met my out-of-pocket maximum in full at $10,150. And my family, my wife and kids, have the other $1,950 and $10,000. So no one person spends any more than their individual maximums. No family spends any more than the family maximum. So embedded is a good thing there. Notice on the far right, our $0 deductible plan, you're never out of pocket 100%. Your copays are lower. There's no brand name drug deductible, and all the copays are a little bit lower. So those are our 6 PPO medical plans. For our California employees, we have 2 HMO plans. These are going to be more selective. These are great for employees looking to just have the cheapest thing going. These HMO plans are pretty robust in terms of network of providers in California, especially in the lower half of California. There's 2 different options. The deductible HMO plan on the left has that $1,250 deductible, plus they have percentages at the hospital, surgery, and emergency room. And then our $0 deductible HMO plan Notice there is a flat copay per day in the hospital for a surgery and for an emergency room. So if you're in California and you've got a surgery coming up, maybe you do a lot of action sports and end up in the emergency room every once in a while, maybe you have a surgery or having a baby, this Gold Priority Select HMO 35 could really limit your out-of-pocket costs. If this is important to you, if you want to talk more through this, happy to make myself available to talk about your individual needs or questions. You'll notice on the prescription drugs, we saw level 1 and level 2. So there is two different levels of pharmacies. So your tier 1 pharmacies, this is where I want you to be considering where you're getting your prescription drugs. Walmart, Kroger, CVS. This is where we want to steer ourselves so we can get the lowest cost prescription drugs. Now, if you go to Walgreens, Albertsons, Costco, any of these other places, you still are covered. It's just going to cost you a little bit more. So think CVS, think Walmart for where you want your prescription drugs sent. CVS is all over the place, so hopefully there's one near you. You can save a little bit of money using the tier 1 prescription drug for pharmacies. Another reminder to download the Sydney app. The number one thing you can do to improve your healthcare experience is have this app downloaded on your phone. You always have your ID card. You can talk to doctors. You can look up claims. You can reorder prescription drugs. You can download EOBs. And on these following screens, you're going to see a lot of extra value added services that Anthem has that you can get involved in. And it all happens through the app. So here's a little bit more about the Sydney app. Again, claims and payments, benefits, coverages, ID cards. The number one thing we hear about is we lost an ID card. If you've got this app on your phone, you will never lose your ID card because we don't ever lose our phones for very long, do we? Again, more on the app, access to care, your health dashboard. So a lot of really great things that you can do to access your healthcare and make your healthcare experience better through the Sydney app. There's an employee assistance program embedded into your benefits. So this is a great place to start on a mental health journey, whether it's something going on with your mental health, it's work life, identity theft, self-improvement, legal and financial resources, elder care. That's a big thing that we're seeing a lot now. This is a really great place to start because it's just really challenging to get into a mental health provider right now. They are so limited with their availability, and sometimes our needs are more immediate. And this is 24-hour a day, 7 days a week help. And you can even get up to 3 visits in person for free in your area through this if it needs to be something you need to see somebody in person. So let's talk about our dental plans. We've got for our HMO employees, we've got an HMO dental plan. HMO dental plans are great because they really don't cost a whole lot, but the drawback is they don't have nearly the same size of provider group. So less providers, less cost. Our PPO dental plan, it's a really good one. We have a $2,500 per member calendar year maximum. Okay, so that means that if once MetLife has spent $2,500 in your benefits, meaning they've spent $2,500 on any of your basic major type of services, then they don't cover anything more for the rest of the calendar year. But on January 1st, you get that benefit again. So for those of you that maybe aren't even enrolled in a dental plan right now, and you wish to enroll in the PPO dental plan, that means you would have a $2,500 benefit from May 1st through December 31st. And on January 1st, you get a brand new $2,500 benefit through, and then you could drop the plan next year at open enrollment. So you could get 2 years worth of benefits for the price of 1 year. So kind of a nice little way to stick it to the man a little bit and make this dental plan work for you. When you're going to MetLife.com looking for a provider, you are looking for the PDP Plus network. Vision also through MetLife. Vision, we've got really, it's really about eye exams. You get that once every 12 months at a $15 cost. You have a $180 frames allowance once every 12 months. And you have a $30 copay for contact lenses once every 12 months. The contact lenses instead of the eyeglasses is important. So if it's you don't get the frames and the contacts in the same year, it's kind of an either or deal. But what a lot of people do is they buy their contacts 1 year, buy new frames the next year. And when they say frames allowance, it means they're going to give you $180 to spend, and you go knock yourself out. If you want the fancy designer frames from Prada, from Gucci, whatever, and they're $500, they'll pay up to $180 for it. Or you can go somewhere and ask them, what does $180 cover? And they will cover that. So those are your eye exam and vision benefits. We have Unum available. There's short-term disability that is paid for 100% by your employer. There is a little difference in California because California already has a short-term disability benefit in place. And so for our non-California employees, this is meant to bring that short-term disability benefit up to parity. Your employer also pays for $2,500 in life insurance for everybody. So this is a big reason why, even if you don't want anything we're offering for you, there are these two benefits that are free. So you must log in and select this, add a beneficiary, because short-term disability and $25,000 of life insurance is free. There's also the ability to buy additional voluntary term life insurance. If this is your very first time ever going through open enrollment, if you are a new hire with the company, you can get up to $40,000 for free with no questions, not for free, with no questions asked, I should say. $40,000, even if you are not healthy right now, even if you're undergoing some heavy duty treatment, you are eligible for $40,000 with no questions asked. If you have already gone through open enrollment, if you've been with us for quite a while, you are able to elect up to $500,000, but they will be asking you some health questions. So be prepared for that. These health questions will be emailed to you once open enrollment's closed, and you have a certain amount of time to answer them. The questions are, have you been hospitalized recently? Have you been diagnosed with any of these cancers or leukemia, or any of these type of major issues? It's not an overly intense questionnaire, but they do have the ability to ask you these questions and say yes or no, but they're pretty quick about it. So our next step is open enrollment. You're going to be getting this email, which everybody should have received already this morning. It's going to welcome you to log in. There's a little login button at the bottom of the screen. Notice it says all the different things we talked about, our deadline, and then something we'll talk about shortly here is the microsite that we put together for you. There's a link in your email there, and there's also an email address for Anna. So if you have problems logging in, if you have questions and you want to get a hold of any of us here for some advice, reach out to Anna and she'll get back to you, or she'll tag me in and we can talk. This is what the website looks like when you land there. If you are familiar with this website, if you know your login credentials, you don't need to wait for the email. You can go right to prosafe.ease.com and log in. When you get there, you're going to hit the Start Open Enrollment button at the top. It's going to take you to a page that just gives you an idea what to expect. You hit Start there as well. You're going to log all of your personal information. The next screen is going to ask about dependents. If you have dependents, make sure to load them into this system here so that you can toggle between enrolling them or waiving them and understand what those prices may be should you be wishing to enroll them. But adding your dependents to this screen does not enroll them in anything, just gives you the opportunity to make choices to elect or to waive them. Once you're into the system, you'll see these check marks and X's. Check mark means yes, I wish to enroll. The X means no, thank you, I do not wish to enroll. If you hit the X button, it's going to ask you, why are you waiving? I've got other coverage. I'm on a state-based plan. I'm on Medicare. I'm on TRICARE. I just don't want it. It costs too much. Any answer is sufficient, but it does require some of those answers. If you're on another coverage through a spouse or through a parent or whatever it may be, it's going to ask you for the name and the ID number of your current policy. If you have it, please enter it. And if you don't, you can just write the name of the insurance company and ABC123. Okay, we don't have to have the exact ID number. I don't want that little thing slowing you down for getting through this. But what's important to note is if you have not been through here and this is all grayed out, you need to choose one of the two, the check mark or the X. You'll see your premiums are adding up on the right side for everything that we have. After you go through all of the different coverages, you'll get to your review page, which you can look to make sure everything is correct. Hit continue. You're going to type your signature one time, hit next. It's going to open up an opportunity for you to sign your signature. You would do that either with your finger on your phone, or if you're on a desktop with your mouse. It's going to look funky. It doesn't look exactly like your signature, but it'll do. Once you hit next, it'll give you the opportunity to plug in your signature everywhere throughout the application. You'll be looking for these big green boxes. All you got to do is click in there and it's going to insert your signature all the way through. Once you hit that, you'll hit the finish button and you're all done. You'll get an email that says, thank you for finishing your application. Once you get that email, you're all set. You can close it and we won't bother you. So let's talk a little bit about some of the resources we have for you. We talked about that microsite that we introduced to you. This is the first stop you should have now and throughout the year for your benefits. This is where all the member resources will be. This is where all the benefit descriptions will be. This will be where all the links to the doctors and to the mobile phone app. We have loaded this thing up with dozens and dozens of documents that will make your life easier, that will answer a lot of your questions. And if your questions aren't answered, at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see the contacts within your company and with us that you can reach out to and get the help that you need, as well as even the names of the insurance companies that you're working with. So what's the next step? Please look for that ease email, log into the system, make your elections. Even if you're choosing to waive, we need you to go through the system. Please do your best to be done by Wednesday, March 25th. And if you have any questions or you need any answers, we are here to help you. You can get our information through the microsite. You can get our information through that ease email. You can get it from the first couple of screens on this presentation. You can talk to Sherilyn or Julie, and they can give you our information. So we are here for you. We are here for you to help with any questions you might have. And I thank you for watching this video.